Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a movie that, in all fairness, I never thought would get made. My name is Trace, and today we're going to be talking about the Snyder Cut of Justice League. It just dropped. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. But let's go ahead and get into the review. I acknowledge that for some people, this movie, before it came out, was almost like a religion to them. Zack Snyder must have heard all those prayers, and Warner Brothers must have heard all those prayers, because those two came together for HBO Max to finish the Snyder Cut. And if there's any silver lining from having to wait this long for the movie, it's that Zack saw or was able to see stuff online of what fans wanted to see in there, and he serviced them, and he was able to do those reshoots and truly make the movie how he wanted to make it and how he envisioned it. So when the 2017 Justice League came out, I'm actually in the minority, I think, where I was able to enjoy the movie. Now, it's not a good movie, I'll admit that, but I didn't feel that it was the dumpster fire that a lot of people set out to make it. I was able to eat my popcorn, have my drink, and enjoy the film for what it was. But with this movie, Zack Snyder's film, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. The 4 hours went by like that, honestly. Now, there was times where the 4 hours, it's 4 hours, so I did feel it, but something that I was thinking about while watching it was Wolf of Wall Street. That movie is 3 hours long, but it's almost as if you don't even notice it at times, It's just one thing after the other. And something that this movie does so well is giving you that slow burn while also incorporating some amazing action scenes. And each person of the Justice League gets their own little time to shine. It was really great to see those characters be fleshed out, because looking back at the 2017 one, which I enjoyed, I gotta say, this movie does everything better than what we already saw. This is the movie that should have came out years ago, and within this movie, we get to see more Cyborg, which he was honestly probably the weakest thing in the 2017 one, but in this one, he's pretty damn important, so it's kind of crazy that they stripped him of so much story and arc between him and his father and his origin story, and they kind of just glossed over it, I feel like, after seeing everything that happened in this movie. And then The Flash, a humongous difference between this and the 2017 one. Don't worry, no spoilers, but he actually has stuff to do in this movie, and I didn't really notice that before in the 2017 one, but Flash is actually an integral part of being a part of the team, even though he's the new guy, Something that bugged me for the first 10 minutes of watching, but then I got over it because I didn't really notice it anymore, was the black bars on the side. That's the aspect ratio that Zack wanted to shoot it in. Maybe one day we will get this movie on an actual IMAX screen, and then the black bars will make sense. But honestly, watching it on my TV at home bugged me for the first 10 minutes, and then I was so invested in the movie, I just forgot about it. You would have your head in the sand if you were going to sit there and say that Zack's movies in the DCEU up until this point were anything but divisive. But for this is just my opinion. It just feels like a perfect storm. He got all his ducks in a row, and he truly was able to create something really good. One thing I will say, after saying all this amazing things about it, is even though it is a really good superhero film, I don't really think that it's going to have a lot of rewatchability. So when I think of superhero movies to rewatch all the time, I'm talking about Ant-Man, Thor Ragnarok, Deadpool, the Dark Knight trilogy. This, for some reason, I don't think that I'm going to be able to go back and have that urge and watch this whole thing on a rainy day. There may be scenes that I want to see, and I jump to those specific scenes, but sitting there for the full 4 hours and watching it, I just can't see myself having the urge to do that as often as I do with The Dark Knight or Deadpool, anything like that, to be honest. If you're a really big DC fan, if you're a really good Justice League fan, I think this is going to be a win for you. I think you're going to like it. If this movie kind of intrigued you by the marketing, you're not really sure what the difference is between this and the one that already came out, just try and go in with a fresh head. Forget that the other one even exists, to be honest. Just watch this with a fresh mindset. All you need to know is there's a bad guy, there's superheroes, and they got to team up. Just go in with that mindset, forget everything else, and just try and have a good time. That's going to do it for my review. What did you think about the movie? Did you like it? Were the expectations too high for you? Did you forget that it was even coming out? Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to find me on Facebook, Pierce Productions. And you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.